Hello, and today's little video is regarding these fairly unique Sinclair TV80s, or FTV1s I believe they were also called. The back one is a working model, this one is a faulty model. A couple of things I find very interesting. One of them was they were known for the strange cathode ray tube, and it is a cathode ray tube in a pocket TV. On this side we have the electron gun, some focusing electrodes, some deflection electrodes, leading to the final ones being there. This part of the screen is in fact also an electrode. It is electrically conductive. I believe a big negative voltage gets put onto the face, which bends the electrons as they fire from the gun and go through the deflection system down towards the fluorescent screen on the back. And you notice, if you can see the two screens, that one is looking 4:3 format, this one is more looking of a letterbox format, and the reason for that is this is optically clear glass, but in the lid is a plastic lens that will only stretch the picture in a vertical format. So in other words, it stays the same as it is in the width, but the vertical section looks bigger to give the 4.3 or 4:3 ratio. Controls are very basic from the outside. You really only have two: an on-off and volume control and the tune control. We have a miniature speaker on the outside, on the right hand side, and an earpiece socket here. And normally in this part here is an external DC input jack, and that's the earpiece and DC input jack there. It's a bit of a weird thing. One of the things I do like about it is it's still generally discrete components. There is one IC which is a mixture, I do believe, of analog and digital in here. It has a couple of VCOs that run inside it, controlled by these two pots, this one for sound, this one for video and line. The pot here on this side is a width control. This one is a horizontal shift, a vertical shift, a focus and a linearity. Those obviously normally within the case, out of the reach of the customer or user. Quite a novelty TV nowadays. Back to the 1980s, believe it was only 15,000 of these units sold or thereabouts. Unfortunately, the likes of Casio, Sanyo, who were bringing out their own pocket TVs with LCD screens, which meant to say they were smaller, thinner, and probably took a little bit less battery voltage as well. Although allegedly the polar pulse type battery that went into the back slotted in here, made by Polaroid, very similar I do believe to the Polaroid land camera type batteries, are reputed to have driven one of these things for about 15 hours, and you could buy packs of 3 batteries for around about £10 at a time. Luckily I have a small 5.9 volt battery supply that's been repaired, broken cables on it fixed, so I should be able to power this one up for you, and I shall get out the HackRF1, some software, and generate a small, very local TV signal on 625 lines in the analog. So, back in a few minutes. Here we go, bit of video, one of my previous videos, so I don't get any copyright infringements. So this is one from the 5-inch homemade TV. play it for a minute and then I'll end the video.
So it eliminates then the line time base from the sound. The only extra changes I've done have been to add a bar to the volume control to bring it out to the front panel. So that's basically it for this. I'll put a bit of video through it, some audio through it so you can have to listen to it. But you'll probably not see this much again unless I'm doing something related to 405 line TV. I have picked up another TV that I'm going to actually restore, which is an old 1980's.
Okay, there we go. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you find the Sinclair TV80 interesting.